In today's video,
with Fortnite giving us new updates and new game modes,
and I currently have the best controller settings for all controller players, no matter if you play on console or PC with controller. Because overall, these controller settings will give you aimbot.
And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video, and as always, use code KILLERS in the Fortnite item shop. And finally, with the release of the new update and Fortnite's new collab, I have the best controller settings. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for is for me to show you guys my most updated graphics, controller settings, and binds ever since Fortnite dropped the newest Overwatch collab. Now, if you guys are on old gen console, meaning PS4 or the older Xboxes, this setting won't be there until you guys get on new gen. Now, if you guys are on new gen and are struggling to get this setting on, it's probably because the monitor or the TV that you guys are playing on isn't compatible with the PS5 or the Xbox that you guys are using. And now for your brightness, always keep this at 100. User interface at 1x, because like I always said, guys, the more you guys go down, the darker the menu will get, and it wouldn't make no sense. Now for the colorblind mode and strengths, I've always maxed these two out because it just looks a lot better when you're playing. Compared to when it's off, it looks very bland and kind of dull. Now for the motion blur, I've always turned this off so my clips look good, and just so it doesn't look kind of shaky when I'm reviewing my clips or even when I'm playing. I've always kept this setting on, and obviously guys, for the FPS, always keep this setting on because you guys never want to blame your FPS for your lag or the lag for the FPS, because sometimes both do happen. And make sure to turn this setting disabled. And now for the voice chat setting, guys, I've never really changed these too much, so just go ahead and copy mine. I think these are going to be the best. Because certain things, obviously you don't want them to be more loud than other things, like cinematics. You don't want bombs blowing up when you're trying to look for somebody, or things that are just way too loud when you're trying to even hear your teammates. And now for the sound settings, guys, if you guys don't have 3D headphones, make sure to always turn this setting off. But if you guys do have it, then make sure to turn this setting on. Now for hit markers, I've always kept it on default because I do love the sound of the hit markers when they were default compared to the legacy sound. Subtitles, always turn this setting off, guys, or it's going to give you so much more delay that you guys do not need, especially if you're already on console. Now visual sound effects, guys, always turn this setting on. I'm not too sure why. I see a lot of people say they don't like actually playing with this setting on, and I know that they actually nerfed it, but I do still recommend turning this setting on if you guys are playing ranked, or even if you guys are just a casual player. Now for these new settings, the licensed audio, I have it on mute just because if you guys do have certain audio tracks or if there's certain sounds, it could get copyrighted in the video. So now these are going to be opinion based if you guys want them on or off. And same thing with your voice chat setting, guys. These voice chat settings are going to be very unique to everybody's liking, but if not, just copy mine because it makes things a lot simpler. And jumping right into the game setting, make sure you guys are playing on your own region, because if you guys aren't playing on your own region or close enough to it, you guys will have serious ping issues. Same thing with your language. Keep this on system default, because if not, you guys will have things that are very confusing. You might not be able to read them. Toggle sprint, keep that on. Auto open doors, keep that on. Mantle and hurdle, hold these on hold, just so things are a lot quicker when you're running and gunning. And then in your combat settings, hold the swap pickup, turn that off. ADS, this is a new setting, so make sure you guys have this on held. And mark danger when ADS is on. Guys, this is a very important setting, so when you're marking things aren't all over the place. Auto pick up weapons, I've always had this on. And this setting is not very important unless you guys are on mouse and keyboard, so if you're just a controller player, turn this off. And now preferred item slots, this is something we talked about in the last video. If you guys want certain weapons in certain spots, or even consumables, have this at the very end. So this settings right here is going to save you when that does happen. So make sure all your heals are always going to be on your right, so make sure to turn this setting on. And for your simple build, turn this off. Reset building choice on. And your turbo building, to make sure you guys are building just as fast as you need to, make sure you guys turn this setting on. And for your edit, if you guys like simple edit, turn this on. Disable pre-edit option, always have this on. Auto confirm, have this on both. Keep this setting off just so you guys have less input delay. And for these in-game settings, I've always had these on. And these settings always, if you guys are a console player, I found the field of view to be one of the best, I think personally, so I think you guys should change it to this. Jam tracks, these are not really too important, so if you guys want to copy these, be my guest. Jumping right into the game UI, if you guys want to pause the video because these settings are kind of long and all of them are technically just on, be my guest. For the damage numbers though, I'm going to talk about this. These want to have these on list. Same thing with your damage feedback. Have this on hit only, and for your damage number scale, keep this at 100% because if you have it too low, you're not going to be able to tell what you hit the enemy for. Same thing with your HUD scale, guys. I normally play on a smaller HUD scale, so it reduces my input. Same thing with these settings, guys. Have these settings literally all on, just so you guys have your settings exact same as mine. Right into the gyro settings, guys. If you guys don't play gyro settings and you guys want to turn these all off, I can't stress this enough. If you guys have these settings on when you guys don't actually use the setting itself, you guys will have a lot of input delay. So I'm going to go through them just so you guys can copy them, so you guys settings can feel the exact same with mine. Now for the mouse and keyboard, if you guys don't play mouse and keyboard, totally discard this setting. Same thing with the keyboard controls, you guys do not need that. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for is my most updated controller settings and controller input. So for your invert controller view, always have this off. For your aircraft control, have this on. And for your fighter control, also have this off. And for your auto run, just in case you guys get in situations if you guys need to run quicker, make sure to also have this setting on. And if you guys are a build a pro player, make sure to always have this setting on, because it does help you guys build quicker. These lower, guys, because it makes no sense to cap them any higher than 0.0. Same thing with reset camera access, have this on both. Like I said in the last video, some people play on pitch, so this is maybe an opinion based option, but for you and me, I both play on both. Reset camera time, have this on 0.1. Vibration, guys, do not play on vibration. I don't know why people would play on vibration, it would make no sense. Same thing with the quick weapon, have this on custom, because that's all the way in the last couple settings that we talked about, which is going to rearrange certain weapons for you. So make sure you guys do that. And if you don't, then you're not going to have the first weapon be a primary, which could be your shotgun, it could be a grenade, it could be a bandage. So make sure you guys organize those, or that would be at your own fault. Now this, I don't know really what this does, so I always kept this at 0.0. Your toggle behavior, I kept this at slot 2. Toggle off, button group on both. And now jumping right into the actual settings itself, I've always had these on 4.4. I've never really experienced them too much, so I kept it at 4.4. Now, I did change my settings from last video, so make sure you guys stay very close attention, because they're kind of similar, but very different. So 2.4 for the build, and for the edit, 2.6. And for the first person, we got 1.0. Obviously, to get these settings, you guys have to turn this advanced settings option on, and I kept these at 45. And then no boosts. I don't know why people tell people to use boosts. Every time I put on boost, it's just terrible. It's honestly terrible. Instant boost when building. Obviously, this is the only thing I do have on, but nothing when I'm building or aiming. It makes no sense. Same thing with aim down sights. I've always kept this at 16. I've seen a lot of people kept from 10 to 16, but I think 16 is a sweet spot, especially if you're a quicker player or just have a problem with tracking people. Same thing, no boost. I think the boosts are really useless, so don't let people lie to you, because the boosts are definitely useless. Scope speed multiplier, I don't know why 1 feels very fast, so I always kept it down here. I think that's a sweet spot for me, but this, like I said, this is also opinion based. A lot of settings are going to be opinion based. Look damping time, always kept this at 0.0. Linear, this is also opinion based, because there's some people like playing Expo or linear. I think people should take the input that if you play on linear, you're probably a build player, but sometimes you could be a zero build player. But if you are a zero build player, I do recommend playing on Expo, because linear will give you more benefits if you're a builds player. And now with these, I've seen a lot of comments in the last video saying that some people say, oh, you need to play it here or 95 to give you the best aimbot or whatever, but that's fake. Just keep that at 100. Don't mess with these, it would mess up your settings. Left stick, right stick, dead zone, I had changed this actually, so keep this at 7.7. Same thing with same releases. I actually like playing on 15, but it kind of messes up my edits and builds at certain times, so I normally play at 25. So keep that at 25, but if you guys want to try 15, be my guest. Same thing with these guys, keep this off, and for the press, keep that on. 0 vehicles, this stuff doesn't matter. And finally, my last setting is my binds. If you guys want to have the perfect binds and be able to access my binds, you guys do need to play on custom. So I'm just going to go right down the list, and if you guys want to pause the video just so you guys can watch them and copy them, be my guest.